Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, and this is my review for BROKENLORE. So dear viewers, this particular video game is a psychological horror set in a mist-covered, beautiful Japanese village, blending hyper-realistic graphics with low-poly elements. During this game, you will encounter a particular creature that I'm led to believe is a yokai from Japanese folklore. Also, I'm to understand that this game is only one in a particular series of horror games bearing the title BROKENLORE. But what did I think of this video game? Well, let's find out by reviewing this son of a bitch the only way I know how: badly. So let's start with what I liked about this video game. This most definitely is a, albeit quite short, psychological horror game. And I do enjoy that particular subset genre of horror video games. And the main creature that you encountered in this game, towards the end of the game, is particularly frightening. In fact, I had to change not one, but 2 pairs of clean underpants thanks to that creature. But that's not the only thing we encountered in this 1 to 2 hour horror game. We also encounter, how can I say this without spoiling it, a human being armed with a knife. And they too will pursue us, but unlike a lot of other horror games like Resident Evil or even Silent Hill, we cannot defend ourselves, so we have no option but to turn, tuck our tail between our legs, and run away. And you'll be able to hide in a dumpster, you know, the usual horror fare. You'll also have to solve a sort of puzzle towards the end of the game by lighting different colored fire thingamajigs while being pursued by the yokai that I mentioned earlier. When you're not encountering monsters, well, you'll simply be walking in a sort of circle around this spooky little village. And it can be quite relaxing, if not a trifle boring and been there, done that. You'll collect pages which tell a sort of backstory and maybe fill you in on what's going to be going on in this game. That's right, just like the Silent Hill games, which I believe probably influenced this game, the story isn't so much what we see going on, but what lies beneath what's going on. I don't want to say too much in case I spoil the affair, but I picked up on what the general story was and I rather enjoyed it. What else can I say about this game that's quite good? Well, there is a low poly section which I didn't fully explore and didn't fully understand, but even without exploring that kind of retro-looking low poly section, I still somehow ended up with the game's platinum. So if you're a trophy hunter like myself, this is a relatively short platinum. So the story's not bad, quite clever the way that they feed the story to you. The gameplay is very much like a lot of other horror games. And the scares, yes, it is quite frightening when you first encounter that yokai I was talking about. But then after that, the thing just becomes a little bit of a nuisance as you're trying to light these candles or fires or whatever the hell they are so you can finish the game. But all in all, not bad. Therefore, I declare that BROKENLORE low is okay. Are you still here? Oh, you must have really enjoyed this video then. In that case, you had better subscribe to the channel and check out our other content. Otherwise, you're a booby pants, and no one wants to be a booby pants.